She vanished from the internet without a trace. And then, just as suddenly, she returned. But the message she brought back was so strange, so cryptic. It has millions of fans asking the same terrifying question. What is really going on with Britney Spears? Her latest post wasn't a dance video. It wasn't a nostalgic throwback. It was a bizarre and unsettling riddle about ballerinas and boundaries. A message that feels less like a pop star's update and more like a coded signal from a woman on the edge. Is this Britney finally taking control? Or is it a sign that the chaos is only just beginning? Let's break down the message that stopped everyone cold. After abruptly deleting her entire Instagram account, sending her fan base into a panic, Britney reappeared with a caption that read like a surrealist poem. She wrote, "Get your ballerina slippers, circle, and own your boundaries." It's incredibly strict and somewhat of a form of prayer, but with so many endless possibilities in life, it's important to do you and keep it simple. Ballerina slippers, a circle, a form of prayer. To the casual observer, it's nonsense. But to those who have followed her journey, it's a chilling echo of her past. The ballerina symbolizes a painful discipline. The circle could mean a closed-off life or a repeating cycle. And the plea for boundaries feels like a desperate cry from a woman who hasn't had any for most of her life. This wasn't a comeback post. It felt like a warning shot. And what she had posted just before she disappeared makes it all the more terrifying. Because just days before she went dark, Britney dropped a bombshell that provided a horrifying context to her fragile state. In a since-deleted post, she revisited one of the darkest periods of her life, a forced stay in a rehab facility near the end of her conservatorship. She described it as a traumatic ordeal, writing, "For 4 months, I no longer had my private door and illegally was forced to not use my feet or body to go anywhere." Her words painted a picture of absolute helplessness, a complete violation of her being. But then she made a statement so shocking it left fans speechless. Britney claimed, "I do feel the logic and mindfulness in my body as one was 100% murdered and destroyed. I do feel like my wings were taken away and brain damage happened to me a long time ago, 100%. Brain damage." It's a terrifying admission, a reveal that suggests the scars from her past are far deeper and more permanent than anyone ever knew. But that was only the beginning of the storm. As Britney fought to control her own narrative, an old ghost from her past was preparing to speak out. Her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, the father of her 2 sons, suddenly re-emerged in the public eye. Reports began to circulate that he was promoting a new, explosive tell-all memoir, ominously titled, "You Thought You Knew." While the book's release remains a subject of intense speculation, Kevin began making public statements expressing his deep concern for Britney's situation. He spoke of the boys' strained relationship with their mother, painting a picture of a woman in crisis. To his supporters, he was a worried father. But to Britney's fans, it was a calculated attack, a man preparing to profit off her pain one more time. And what he had to say would ignite a firestorm. Britney's response was swift, and it was brutal. She didn't hold back, taking to social media to issue an explosive clapback. She accused Kevin of constant gaslighting, calling his statements and his rumored book nothing more than white lies. She revealed the deep-seated agony of their family drama, writing, "I have always pleaded and screamed to have a life with my boys." Her words were raw, desperate, and filled with the pain of a mother who feels her children have been turned against her. She ended her statement by declaring that his actions were extremely hurtful and exhausting, adding, "I am the only one who genuinely gets hurt here. I have had enough, and any real woman would do the same." It was a declaration of war, a sign that she was done being the world's punching bag. At the heart of this entire tragic saga are the 2 people who matter most, her sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James. Now young men, they have been caught in the crossfire of their parents' toxic war for years. Britney herself acknowledged the complexity of their bond, stating, "Relationships with teenage boys is complex. It's been said that the boys have found their mother's public behavior and social media presence difficult to handle, creating a painful distance between them." Kevin has publicly detailed their strained relationship, but Britney sees it as a deep betrayal, a private family struggle being used as a public weapon against her. The result is a heartbreaking situation where Britney, who fought for over a decade to be free for her children, now finds herself painfully estranged from them. It's impossible to understand Britney's current state without looking at the mountain of trauma she's standing on. This isn't just a feud with an ex-husband. This is the brutal aftermath of a 13-year conservatorship that stripped her of her humanity. For years, every decision, from her finances to her own body, was controlled by others. Her recent freedom has been chaotic, marked by a whirlwind marriage and an equally messy divorce from Sam Asghari. Every bizarre post, every cryptic message is a reverberation of that long-term suffering. She is a woman relearning how to exist in a world that once put her in a cage, and it's clear that the ghosts of that cage still haunt her every move. The fight for freedom was one battle. The fight to heal from it is proving to be an even harder war. This struggle has been playing out for the world to see, often in alarming ways. Her social media has become a canvas for her chaotic freedom, filled with moments that have deeply concerned her fans. Most notably, a series of videos showing her dancing erratically with large kitchen knives sparked widespread alarm, even reportedly prompting a wellness check. While Britney insisted it was just an artistic expression, many saw it as a cry for help, a sign of someone completely untethered. These moments, combined with her cryptic captions and sudden disappearances, paint a troubling picture. Is this what freedom looks like for her? Or is it evidence that she is spiraling, lost in a world without the rigid structure she spent years fighting to escape? The ambiguity of her situation has turned her fan base into a community of detectives, constantly searching for hidden meanings. Online forums are flooded with theories. Some fans believe her cryptic posts about boundaries and circles are coded messages, perhaps even signals that she isn't truly free. They speculate that old forces from her conservatorship days may still be pulling the strings behind the scenes. Others argue for a different interpretation. They believe this is simply Britney's authentic, unfiltered self, and that her strange behavior is a raw, unconventional, but necessary part of her healing process. They see a woman reclaiming her narrative, no matter how messy it looks to the outside world. The fan base is fractured between those who are terrified for her and those who are fiercely protective of her newfound chaotic independence. So we are left with the final, unsettling question. When we look at Britney Spears' life right now, the cryptic messages, the family betrayals, the alarming videos, what are we truly seeing? Is this a woman courageously, if clumsily, drawing her boundaries and healing from unimaginable trauma in the only way she knows how? A warrior queen owning her story, scars and all? Or are we watching a tragedy unfold in slow motion? A woman left so damaged by her past that she is lost in the present. Her freedom was supposed to be a happy ending, but her story feels far from over. Is this what liberation looks like? Or is it just a bigger, more beautiful cage?